Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bahashim Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles and other bishops of GMS, as well as the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. And shalom and salutations to all the Akwath listening and learning. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. And shalom and salutations to everyone watching. We're going to start right here at Wormwood, Revelation 8 and 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star. That great star is a missile from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the mountains of the waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. This is dealing with radiation, wormwood, Chernobyl. Okay? Chernobyl. All right? Bitter. They were made bitter. From what? From that nuclear radiation. All right, so this is the Bible telling you about nuclear war. All right, now, if we go out into the world right now and look at some news, are we going to find nuclear war? Of course we are. So the Bible is telling us about it. All right, in many facets, it says the waters became, many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. So let's take a look at Stephen Banoon over here. Israeli News Live, 14 hours ago. Fears of what? A dirty bomb. What is a dirty bomb? Well, it's depleted uranium, right? It's nuclear waste. Okay? Now, they're talking about a dirty bomb. They're talking about a nuclear bomb. They're talking about a nuclear power plant. Fears of a dirty bomb in Ukraine. Well, just go back. Here's the dirty bomb right here. What is the dirty bomb? It's radiation, nuclear radiation, which is going to poison the water and make it bitter so that many men are going to die. All right, back to fears of a dirty bomb. Take it away, Stephen Badu.
Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live, and just going to do a short take this evening. The nuclear Zaporozhye plant there in Ukraine has become an issue of, well, a lot of different speculations of who's going to create a dirty bomb on that plant there. And I know that Jack here is talking about the issue there on the Real American Voice there. He gets
this nuclear power plant
in the broadcast that he does here, and quite frankly, the whole issue about.
Let's stop it right there and ask a question. Why are we dealing with this like now, today, yesterday, today, tomorrow? Why are we dealing with nuclear? Three nuclear things. Nuclear power plants, that's nuclear. Dirty bombs, that's depleted uranium, that's nuclear. And nuclear bombs, nuclear weapons. All right? All in the scriptures. All coming to a head. Okay? We're in this time, in the scriptures, we're in this time right now. Where the wormwood is going to jump off the page. Okay? Might they use a tactical nuclear weapon and drop it on I mean, you can't tell if they did. It'd just be an explosion. There's nuclear radiation all around. How are you going to determine? He say, she say. Anybody can make up they're making up lies now. Well, he's going to do it. Well, he's going to do it. How? Well, they already wired up one of these smokestacks. What's going on? What's going on is the prophecies of the Bible are jumping off the page right now. They're speaking.
This is something that we had shared with you guys for some time, that you have to kind of watch for it, because there's been both sides, both the United States, both the Russian side and the NATO side, where the nuclear power plant there could end up being undermined in order to create a no man's land. The Russians have, of course, been accusing the West, Ukraine, of shelling this facility, of possibly melting down the facility in order to create a no man's land. I knew that Intel back months ago, actually probably more than a year ago by now, also had talked about, watch for Russian troops if they were to leave, that Putin would even be willing to melt it down if he thought he was losing the war. But at the same time, there's been so much talk about the West using a dirty bomb of some sort there, in order to maximize the casualties among the Russian troops, etc. And so, quite frankly, no matter which way we go, we can't seem to find out on either side who's going to be really the one that actually does it.
Which doesn't matter. What matters is whether it happens or not. And according to the Bible, the scriptures, it happens.
I can definitely see Ukraine getting involved in something like that, because in their case, they are losing the war. They're not doing very well. They've suffered heavy losses. But then again, Russia had the Wagner Group come in there that really created chaos for the Russian military and the gains that they had made, that put the Donetsk region at a major risk. So could it be that Putin is willing to allow this thing to melt down, to go ahead and create that no man's land, so that there could never really be a war between Russia and that of NATO, or at least not letting that be the battlefield there? So it's hard to say at this point here, but I do think that it's important to know that we are looking at the very real possibility of that particular type of a scenario going down.
I'll stop that right there because I want to go to Travis here and hear what he's got to say. So, I mean, this is 14 hours ago, right? And there was some sort of timeline or deadline, whatever you want to call it, that didn't come to pass. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So, we're going to continue to watch. As he said, we're supposed to be watching, yeah? Let's get that real quick as we queue up Travis.
You didn't choose.
All right, let's get. Okay, let's quickly get watch. Okay, second answer is 9. Steven said it, so I'm going to pull it up. Second answer is 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. That means to watch. Okay, and when thou seest, what do you do when you watch? You see shit. When thou seest part of the signs past, which I've told thee before, then shalt thou understand it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for these signs. Watching for the signs. What signs? Wormwood. Right? We're watching for wormwood. When we go back to wormwood, if you're watching, right? And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. A star fell from heaven, the sky, a missile, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers. Okay? We're watching for this. And what do we see? We see headlines like this. U.S. government preparing for nuclear and radiological attack. Now, this might not be talking about Zaporozhye over in Ukraine, but it's the same thing. What do you mean nuclear attack? What do you mean radiological attack? Let's talk about here on U.S. soil. So let's take a look at this 4 hours ago. Take it away, Travis.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, there's been a lot of talk over the last several days of some type of potential nuclear something, right? We've been talking about for a couple of times the stuff going on in Ukraine with Russia and the nuclear power plant. There's been threats to that. I've talked about that yesterday. There was threats that in the next 24 to 48 hours, something was going to happen. Well, it seems that time has passed. Nothing's happened so far, but that doesn't mean that nothing will happen at all. I mean,
that's good enough. All right. Now, he can go into whatever, right? The point is this. World War III is escalating by the day. Clearly. It involves nuclear weapons. It involves nuclear power plants. It involves dirty bombs that are being used over there right now. Who was it? England or Great Britain sent depleted uranium shells to the Ukraine months ago. And I believe the U.S. did the same thing, DU, which they did use in Iraq, by the way. And that's radiological. It's actually nuclear. Okay? All right? So, I mean, what do people die? After a nuclear bomb explodes, what do people die from later on? Fallout. What does that follow? That's that depleted uranium. Right? Anyway, this is the time that we're in. Okay? I will stand on my watch. Back to watching, right? My guard post. We're guarding out here. Bogart. Orders. To do what? To Bogart. Set me upon the tower, the watchtower, and will watch. Okay? And will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. This is war. NIV. I will stand at my watch. This is what soldiers do, and station myself on the ramparts. For the ramparts we watched, right? I will look to see what he will say to me, and what answer I am to give to this complaint. Guard post. I will stand at my guard post. Watchtower. Okay. Station. Guard. Watchtower. Station guard. Post. Guard post. Stand. These are all military commands. All right. As the war, World War III, pushes forward, mount bayonets. Standing guard, fix bayonets. Guard post, watchtower. Just looking for these terms. Watch post. Ramparts. Okay, good enough. So, as we can see, things are moving forward. as we move closer to what will be declared World War III. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe has passed. Behold, the third woe is coming shortly. Third woe, World War III. Second woe, World War II. Got through that one. Who's going to make it through this one? Very few. All right, so with that, we hope that the elect are edified. You brothers and few sisters, with that, we can say shalom.